You're going to be a dwarf in the next Hobbit movie. Were you excited about? Are you a fan of the Hobbit, the Tolkien Hobbit series?
No. No, I liked the movies very much, but I never read the books.
What did you say? Did Peter Jackson know that? Did he ask you to be
that's
in
the first thing he asked me. He said, "Have you read The Hobbit?" I said, "No, and I don't like people who have."
You said that to Peter Jackson, the guy who's built his whole life around. Wow,
thankfully
incredible.
he burst out laughing. You know.
Yeah. Was it fun? I mean, it must be a ton of makeup and.
Oh, 3 hours a day.
Right.
And to look like a dwarf, they build you wide.
Right.
So you come down in stature.
And then they shoot you a certain way.
Yeah, and the background's all changed,
Right.
perspective and everything. And you wear this, it's very, very hot, so you wear this undershirt that there's little pipes going through it, you come off sweating and they plug you in and they squirt freezing water through it.
That is the strangest thing I've ever heard. They actually have like a cooling system built in.
Yeah.
And they shoot you up with cold water
So
when you get off the
You try
set.
not to do it too often because you get sick. You know, you get hot, cold isn't good for you. But
Right.
It's extraordinary.
Now, I'm going to bring up something that's serious, and this happened since I talked to you last, but you were diagnosed with Parkinson's, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it was the last time I did this show. You put me up in a hotel in Los Angeles, and I was coming and going in the hotel after the show, and there was a lot of people in the lobby. They'd been hanging out. There was an Australian dance team, and there was a guy in charge of them. And he was a doctor, and he came over to me one day, and he said, "Look, Billy, I'm a fan." And I went, "Oh, that's good." He said, "Listen, I've been watching you walking in and out of here." He said, "I think you've got early onset Parkinson's disease. Go and see your doctor."
He just saw, this is someone who, you're here to do the show, you're staying at a hotel, you do our show, you're there, and you bump into a doctor who said, "I have a hunch."
Yeah.
And you went, and it turned out...
No, he was right.
He was right. You're obviously on your medications?
No, they took me off the medication. They reckoned the side effects were stronger than the effects, because it's very early days, you know.
Right.
And it's that weird medicine. And I said, "Well, what are the side effects?" And they said, an overriding interest in sex and gambling. So if you see somebody in Las Vegas with an erection, he's probably got Parkinson's.